assembled at the Air Canada Center, looking for a Raptors victory here in Toronto. And we've got it live right here on 2K Sports. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off the loss to the Celtics.
Yeah, they allowed far too many open looks in that game, guys.
Can't disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, that's exactly what did them in. They didn't apply nearly enough pressure on their shooters.
And a look here at this 76ers starting group presented by State Farm. Evan Turner is out there with Young. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Bynum with the biggest man in the middle. And for Toronto, Bargnani and Valencia is the combo out front. Their backcourt is Lowry and DeRozan. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Bynum. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Now, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Philadelphia foul.
Foul call that time in the way. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, in the offseason, you knew that Kyle Lowry was probably going to be moved. He wasn't happy with the situation on the Rockets, and they eventually sent him to Toronto for draft consideration.
Well, going back to Lowry, you know, it's so difficult to find a starting point guard in this league, and I think Toronto realized that. They figured, okay, we can get our future point guard by giving up a first-rounder. It's going to be a lottery selection, so they gave up a lot, but I think they feel like they found their guy.
Now here is Holiday. 11 points for him in that last game against Boston. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Holiday against Lowry. Shot clock at 5. The 19-foot shot. And Young with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Here is Lowry.
The Atlantic Division overall was really a division with a lot of parity. No team really dominated any other in the division, and the Raptors actually were able to hold their own, too.
DeRozan's shot is good. Here's Holiday. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Doug Collins and I chatted for just a bit, and he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
Thanks again, Doris. Back to the Raptors, even though they finished second to last in the division, they were 7-8 against other teams, Steve.
Well, I guess when you look at the division as a whole, really was not very strong, and I think that's why that number for Toronto was a respectable, just one game under 500. This year will be a little tougher. The division's getting stronger, and we'll see how they fare.
Now here's Bynum. And Holiday, here we go. Straight up. And it's Bynum with the jam.
That's what he's all about. That's who he is, retrieving those misses and exploding right back to the bucket.
Prime example of it right there, no question. Good point, Clark.
Yeah, great rebounder and a great finisher, so that's a difficult combination to deal with for the defense.
Lowry with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Only got a half step on his man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick, and as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
Now, here is Young. Second chance shot. And again, it's Andrew Bynum. Bynum's got 9 points.
Coming up big now. He's made every shot he's taken this quarter.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. He dishes it to Bargnani. Bargnani gets a screen from Lowry. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Bargnani. DeRozan's got his second bucket. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lowry against Holiday. Nick Young on the wing. Back to Holiday. He kicks it to Young. So We get the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Nick Young came out of USC as an athletic 6'7" wing who could really shoot the ball. I mean, that's his role. He's a kind of an explosive offensive weapon. You may not want him out there 40 minutes because he's going to take some bad shots, but he can really shoot you into a game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Valenciunas, and Amir Johnson subbed in for Bargnani. Now here is Lowry. Dish is to DeRozan. Over Young.
Amir Johnson with the basket.
Here's Holiday. They lead by 1. Turner passes to Young. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And now a look back to last season's numbers for Andrew Bynum. 3rd in rebounding, 4th in field goal percentage, and he was an intimidator in the paint, ranking in the top 10 in the league in blocked shots.
And Steve, you pointed out his success as a rebounder last season as well. I mean, he excelled at using his strength to fight through bodies and muscle his way to the glass.
Young dishes to Turner. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Turner's got his first 2 points.
And you know, fellas, when you take a look at Nick Young, he's got that jump shot down pat. I mean, that thing is working on automatic. But it's the other areas, defending, passing, rebounding, that he's got to improve. He's got room to grow there. I think he's pretty good off the dribble. Those other areas, if he can get those up to par, then he could be a top-flight shooting guard.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Kyle Lowry.
Looked to me like that pass was going to get through, and then bang, he was going the other way with it.
And Lowry gets double-teamed. Turner with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's through.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Pass to Bynum. Pass to Holiday. Feeds to Turner. The kick out to Young. 3 on the clock. Over Gay. Young's shot is off.
Typically, he's pretty dependable on those open jump shots.
Lowry against Howard. The drive by Lowry. Good.
Kyle Lowry.
Lowry's got 6.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. Get you a good look at the hoop.
Got a piece of it. And Young gets to Young. 1 shot, and that one's good.
And Doug Collins, the head coach of the Sixers, he was actually the #1 overall pick in the 1973 draft and had 4 years as an All-Star in his 8 seasons in the league before his career was cut short by injury. Well, his aggressiveness is getting the best of him here early on. That's 2 fouls already.
And you mentioned Doug Collins' playing days, cut short by injury. But he's also had, Steve, a very good career as a broadcaster. So good, in fact, he was elected into the Hall of Fame.
I think the best color commentator that the NBA has ever seen, to be honest with you, Kevin. I know you worked with him for many years. I've worked with him as well. I've learned so much from him in terms of how to communicate what you're seeing on the floor as a broadcaster. So that's the only bad thing about him coaching is we don't get to listen to him anymore.
You know, as the Sixers have kind of turned things around here recently, you have to make a connection between them becoming a better defensive team and also who their leader is on the sideline, and that's Doug Collins, one of the best.
Now here's Petrus. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's what he said about the 76ers and the defense. As they've improved in the standings. It has been all about their defense. Steve, I think for the majority of the season, they were allowing the least points a game of any team in the league.
Well, they established an identity, and that's what every team needs to do. You've got to play to your talents. That's what Doug Collins put together there in Philadelphia. They made a lot of steals. They got out of transition.
And his draw is for Rudy Gay. The 76ers leading by 5. Steve mentioned the success they had against them in their contest a year ago. They did exactly what they needed to do against them.
Yep, it was a solid performance from them. Most times they got together. They should have them feeling good about their chances today.
Here is Telfair. 76ers getting the bucket. Anderson. That's good. Anderson's got his first basket.
They continue to barrel their way inside. What's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Pause, backing down. Richardson the pass to Brown. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's White. The rebound by Anderson. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
22 seconds on the shot clock. 22.
Here's Pargo. His last outing, he had 8 points. Right outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
76ers.
Well, for Darrell Wright, great height and length for a perimeter player. Can guard both 2s and 3s. And what I like about him is that he grew up in that Miami Heat organization under Pat Riley, so he has great fundamentals defensively, and he understands his role.
You talk about Wright's length. Really helps him defensively with rebounding and contesting shots.
Hey, length will help you offensively too, Kevin. I mean, whether you're finishing alley-oops or knocking down threes over the top of defenders, that reach can make a difference.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Now Telfair. He passes to Ross. Fires from deep. That falls. Great assist by Sebastian Telfair. Ross has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Pargo. Pause. Defended by Anderson. Pargo dishes to Brown. Powers down the dunk.
And not much resistance on that jam.
Yeah, defensively, you're right. Not a great sequence.
Well, they lost track of him and they paid the price.
Here's Telfair. And again, it's Toronto converted. For the Raptors, they come in off the wash to the Mavericks in Dallas.
Well, they had a difficult night from the field in that game, guys. They just didn't look to be working very hard to get good looks offensively.
Well, you know what, Steve? I'm going to disagree with you. I thought they could have worked a little bit harder offensively, but I think it was more the fact they just had a cold shooting night, and that happens sometimes.
And Petrus kicks to Johnson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now the dish to Parker. It's blocked. Fast break Toronto. Here's Ross. Dunk hard with one hand.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Now, here's Richardson. 17 points for him last game against the Celtics in Boston. Brown, good.
Terrence Ross.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. It's Gay with the drive. The shot is off. The 76ers leading by 6. The kick out to Wright. Goes right up. And strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's exactly what you call a high percentage hoop there.
It sure is.
The one-handed throwdown. Gotta love it.
Now here's Lucas. D right on him. Back to Gay. And yes, sir, that one drops. Gay's got his first points in this one.
can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Hawes up top, defended by Bargnani. And here's Richardson. Shot clock at 3.
No time wasted getting back off the ground when he got his hands on the ball. I like that quickness of jump.
And that's the idea, right? You know, take it back up strong.
Yeah, of course. I mean, no reason to hold on to it any longer than you have to.
Lucas kicks to Valanciunas. Pushes up. And he makes good on the way.
There's no question about it. He was going to finish that one off.
The 76ers leading by 6. Right.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
They get it back. The second chance effort. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 6.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Fargo the pass to Hawes. And there's the feed to Wright. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Hawes. Over Bargnani. Hawes, no luck. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. 76ers lead by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Spencer Hawes, Richardson out there with Jeremy Pargo. Then it's Kwame Brown, and it's Wright in at the 3. Now here's Wright. His last outing, he had 8 points, and the shot is good.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too. Well, you know, the Atlantic Division was really a dogfight-like division. I mean, last year and for a while, it looked like the 76ers were going to take control of that Atlantic Division, but eventually the Sixers had to settle for third.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Guys, before Dwayne Casey took over as head coach of the Raptors, he worked as an assistant on that NBA champion Dallas Mavericks squad. He was largely responsible for implementing a lot of their very effective zone defenses. Asked whether we could expect to see more zone from the Raptors, Casey said, "You've got to be a good man-to-man team in the NBA before you start putting in the zone. I didn't want to distort that idea and say, hey, we can play zone if things don't work out. Our rock has to be our man-to-man. Guys, Casey doesn't want any shortcuts defensively."
Well, at this level, sometimes that zone's not going to work to us. They've got to be solid in man. Now, here is Lowry. 6 points for him. Ross. Lowry dishes to Gray. Here's Petrus. Drains the 19-footer. The 76ers leading by 6. Back to the Sixers. At one point, they were leading the pack, but then the Celtics and Knicks passed them. And Jeremy Lin certainly played a role with the Knicks. They got healthy up front. And things began to change for the 76ers. Still a young team trying to navigate their ways.
Yeah, and they did a decent job within the division. Yeah, they finished 7-6 against their fellow foes in the Atlantic. So an interesting division going forward. Celtics, Knicks, 76ers. You know, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out this season.
And here are the 76ers now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And there's the call on Sebastian Telfair. That is his first foul of the game. Now Hawes looking for his first bucket of the game. Pargo gets to Wright. Toronto grabs the miss. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that game is the second in 2 straight at home.
I'm not sure if any play is going to top that one.
Maybe the only play that could beat it is another alley-oop jam.
Yep. Even then, it'd be hard to execute it any better than that one.
Here's Pargo. Back to Brown. Misses the layup. Raptors trail by 4. Gay drives in. That falls. Great assist by Sebastian Telfair. And it's 6 points for Gay.
Well, he's got the prototypical body of an NBA small forward. He's long, he's lean, he's athletic, he can run the floor. And on top of all that, he's incredibly skilled. Kind of a poor man's Kevin Durant, if you think about it.
Yeah, I like that comparison. This guy does an awful lot well offensively. Attacks the rim with force, is able to bounce over guys, and has gotten stronger as he's progressed in his career. And the jump shot, virtually unblockable.
And Toronto has possession. 76ers getting the bucket. Anderson, he's checked in for Toronto. John Lucas comes in for Sebastian Telfair.
John Lucas.
Philadelphia on D. Here's Anderson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, it's a struggle last year for the Raptors against the rest of the Eastern Conference. And that's something that they have to improve upon. I mean, if you're going to be a factor in your own conference, you've got to start beating the teams that you play on a more regular basis.
And 15-33 for the Raptors against the East last year. 3rd worst in conference record in the East, Clark. And that is not a good mark.
No, it isn't. And they had to deal with some injuries, but they also have to be able to put up more wins than they did, or I think they'll continue to be fighting for a spot in the bottom of the standings. Protect your home court. That's the first step in becoming a playoff team. Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down.
Gets it to go.
Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
Here's Pargo. He feeds it to Richardson. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Richardson. Richardson missing again.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Now here is Valanciunas. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Stuffs it through.
Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. Pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
Right now, they're just pillow-like inside. Way too soft. Too many looks at and around the hoop.
Yep, totally agree, Clark. 10 of the last 12 points now that they surrendered have come inside that lane area.
Now here's Lucas. Now here is Valanciunas. And that's a foul. Call on Spencer Hawes. That's his first foul. Bargnani is checked in for Toronto. And the pass to Anderson. Lock at 6.
That's foul number 2, and I think he's got to be really careful not to pick up the 3rd before the half.
Personal foul. 14 fouls.
On defense, the 76ers. It's Gay with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Rudy Gay.
It's been 4 years now and counting for the Raptors since they made the playoffs. Overall, the franchise found their way into the playoffs early, but it's been hard getting back there recently.
And he makes the first. And with so many stars coming and going, Bosh and Tracy McGrady, it seems each time, Steve, that Toronto gets a team that can make the playoffs, they lose their centerpiece.
Yeah, that's going to be important in the future. Can they hang on to their players? It's one of the reasons I think they've gone with a more European feel to their club. It's an international city, Toronto is. And I like if they draft European players, they're more likely to be able to hang on to them than they would be the American stars.
Toronto trailing. Back to Lucas. That is good.
2 points for John Lucas.
Lucas has got his first 2 points of the night.
Came off the screen and did what I call a right now move, right to the rim. The defense had no time to recover.
Takes it up. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
What you love about Thaddeus Young out of Georgia Tech is the small ball forward position that he plays. He's so quick and active that he's a nightmare for opposing power forwards to cover. But he's long enough to defend bigger players at the other end of the floor.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jell-O. We got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly.
I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
And Thaddeus Young, great in transition and able to drive and finish at the rim.
Yeah, I really like his improvement and how he's developed as a player. He's tough for most big men to stay in front of. He's got the nice left-handed stroke, which I think keeps guys off balance a bit. And he really brings high energy and scoring punch off the bench.
Here is Lucas. Philadelphia able to drain the three. He dishes it to Gay. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Young with the ball. And Bargnani picks him up defensively. The kick out to Holiday. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Here's Young. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Raptors trail by 3. Lucas with it. He has 7. He kicks it to Anderson. Over Young. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Bargnani. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. The kick out to Holiday.
Defensive foul. John Lucas. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Dishes it to Bynum. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Raptors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, for center Spencer Hawes, even with an injury costing him about 2 months of play, from a statistical standpoint, last season was the best of his career. And in a contract year, a good time to step it up. Hawes admitted, I would be lying if I didn't say that was a part of this. But more so, it was not playing up to the standard that I set for myself coming into the league, for the player I wanted to be. What I'd been doing wasn't good enough. It was time to take that next step. Kevin?
Better rebounding, better scoring. Doris, when healthy, he's effective.
Philadelphia, by virtue of playing a number of games at home early in the season, really started hot last year, but then faded down the Eastern Conference ladder as the season wore on. A part of that was their difficulty in winning games on the road. That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move.
Rudy Gay on the way. Gets it to go. Gay's got 9 points in the quarter. You mentioned it, Clark. 76ers road play. They finished 16 and 17 there, which isn't bad, but it kept them down probably at that 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And just need a few more wins. It would have changed a lot for them.
Well, as it was, though, it turned into a pretty good draw because they were actually able to play Chicago in the first round after Rose got injured. They won that round, took Boston to 7. So that 8th seed actually was kind of a charm for them.
Now here's Gay. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot.
You know, one of the things you have to do when you're trying to turn a franchise around, like the Raptors are,
At the line for two.
you have to control your home floor. And the team made some improvements a year ago, especially defensively under Dwayne Casey, but they still have not been able to be consistent winners in Toronto, and that's the next step for them.
He hits both from the stripe. Steve just brought up the Raptors here at home, and you know, Steve, they were 13-20 for him last season, so not exactly defending the Air Canada Center by any means. And Clark, as you make a move as a franchise, that becomes like the first thing that you've got to show, that you can protect home court.
Well said, Kevin. You can't expect to be a playoff team if you're not north of 500 on your home floor. So the Raptors have brought in some talent and should and could do a better job of it this year.
Lucas with it, picked up by Turner. 4 on the clock. Lucas the pass to Gay. And blocked. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. Steve, a resounding dunk.
Yeah, a take no chances slam, guys.
Count the bucket. Now it's a 5-point
They played the last 2
lead.
years with a group of young guys who are athletic, who play together, who defend, and they try to get out and run. So for the most part, it's been pretty successful. But again, so tough to win in this league at a high level without a star.
Johnson can't hit. The 76ers leading by 5. Holiday attacking. Pass it to Turner. Tipped away. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And there are proven teams that have success.
Not as strong as you would think. Top 20 in the league. They certainly are capable of better.
Now, here is Young. 17 points in the game. Gives him the lead pass. Turner dishes to Young. Goes back up. And it's Bynum getting it to go in. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
You know, Kevin, it seems like so long ago, but Bynum came into this league as a skinny 17-year-old kid, just so raw. But now he's become one of the most imposing figures in the entire league.
And as they've looked to run more pick and rolls, Bynum's certainly able to take advantage of his size and strength, specifically setting those screens and then rolling to the basket in front of the rim.
Here is Ross. He has 5. Shot to stop the run.
He's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter.
The shot by Turner, no good. From deep. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. That'll do it for the first half. 76ers ahead.
57. The 76ers. 65.
The second half just about to get going here. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
The way he's moved through the defense so far through 2 quarters, it's like everybody but him is in slow motion.
Well, he's just that quick going to the basket, Steve. I mean, the help defense just isn't getting there in time, and he's been able to finish.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That's who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Toronto right now, their backcourt is Lowry and DeRozan. Bargnani and Valanciunas, the combo out front. And it's Gay in at the 3 slot. Here's Gay after the Sixers pick up 2. DeRozan lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, DeRozan's got 8 points.
DeMar DeRozan out of Los Angeles went to USC. A very gifted athlete, strong, explosive. I think he's a player with tremendous upside.
Now here is Holiday. Feeds it to Turner. Pass to Young. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. 3-pointer. Again, Young missing. Going back to DeRozan's upside. Steve, what do you think he needs to work on to take that next step?
It's all about the outside shot for DeRozan. The consistency of his perimeter game will tell how far he goes and how much he develops. He's an unbelievable athlete. He's a big, strong kid. just has to be more consistent without outside game. How about Kyle Lowry quietly becoming an elite point guard after starting his career back in Mike Conley in Memphis? He really emerged as an all-star caliber floor general, playing awfully well.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the miss, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam. Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And when you talk about Kyle Lowry, such a well-rounded player, he gives you points, and Clark, he gives you assists, and rebounds. He gives you steals.
Yeah, he's a nightly triple-double threat waiting to happen, Kevin. I mean, underrated as a player, tenacious, and if there's ever a guy that epitomized cop diesel, it's Kyle Lowry.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
Well, that's how the game is played, inside. If you go over the top like that, you've got a great advantage.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 11. The offensive rebound, Valanciunas.
76ers foul.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, not trip to the line to shoot two.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there. Well, you know, guys, when you look at Valanciunas, I mean, he's not yet a polished low-post scorer, but he's an excellent finisher out of the pick-and-roll set. So that's something that you like to see in a big guy. And he also is a scrappy rebounder. I mean, this is a guy who really finds a way to get second-chance opportunities for you.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Goes up.
Up high and down hard. Rattle that rim, young man. Rattle that rim.
He did it all right. The rim, backboard, the stanchion, all of it.
Hope he's okay. And with Valanciunas, you like his motor and his energy, not to mention, might still be growing. I mean, he's 7 feet already, but he's still very young. Who knows how much better he's going to be.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Some changes for Toronto. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Valanciunas, and Amir Johnson subbed in for Bargnani. Outside Holiday. And Turner kicks to Young with the lead pass. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Thaddeus Young. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead. And it's Lowry penetrating. Back to Johnson. Gay outside. Shot on the way. He spurs up and sinks it. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
Man, he makes a lot of tremendous plays at that end of the court. We see it from him every game.
Bynum sets a screen for Holiday. Second shot opportunity. And Bynum lays it in. Got 16.
And a really poor job boxing out there, guys. A momentary lapse in concentration, I think.
Rudy Gay again.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing.
Holiday, the pass to Turner. Back to Holiday. The dish to Turner. The feed now to Bynum. The kick out to Young. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 24 points.
Well, this Philly team was frustrating last year in its inability to stay consistent through the course of the year. But I think one thing the fans had to appreciate was the ball movement. The offense really moved fluidly when the Sixers were playing well. And it has to. Without a great player, the ball's got to move, and the team has to play together.
And Lowry gets it to go. The 76ers leading by 6. And here's Holiday. He's got 6. Gets it to go. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter. And when you don't have a big name that you run your offense through, ball movement certainly is key, Steve, and the 76ers showed Clark, that they can do that.
They finished in the top 10 in assists, Kevin, last year. Rarely turn the ball over, so they were good at moving it, carrying it, and taking care of it. And that's how you want the ball moving. I mean, you want on everybody in the offense. Did a nice job of that. A lot of touches, a few mistakes.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Michael Petrus is checked in for Gay. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Telfair in for Kyle Lowry. He doesn't get the second one.
And Michael Petrus, one of the outstanding swingmen defensively that we have in this league, out of the island nation of Guadalupe. Quick feet, long arms. And not only can he defend, but he can knock down the three-point shot as well. A very valuable player on this team.
And Philadelphia has possession. The Raptors getting the bucket. Young dishes to Young. Ball stolen. Kicks it to Telfair. Taken away by Holiday.
Right, Petrus has played on solid teams, was on that team that got to the finals, as you said, in Orlando. He's a guy who can defend at a high level and not afraid to take and make big shots.
Defensive foul.
And the foul on Michael Petrus. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
That's his fourth, so he's going to have to be very careful the way he plays and pick his spots here in the second half.
Here's Pargo. Back to Brown.
Great read defensively and an excellent sense of exactly when that ball was coming back outside.
And it's Petrus missing. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Pargo. Back to Richardson. To the inside. Brown. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Brown's got 6 points.
You know, they've really made the best of their chances down the middle of the lane here.
Yeah, they haven't met much resistance down in the paint, so I think you've got to continue to pound the ball down low.
Shooting for Toronto, Terrence Ross.
A lot of rumors were swirling around the Raptors and their 8th overall pick in the draft. Would they trade it? Would they move up or down? Eventually, they shocked a lot of people by keeping the pick and taking Terrence Ross.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You know, going back to Ross, really a bit of a shock that he jumped all the way up to 8th in the draft when Toronto picked him. But you look at the Raptors roster, it makes sense. They've got a lot of young bigs. They traded for Kyle Lowry at the point guard spot, so they needed shooting and they needed wings. And Ross, probably the best one on the board when they picked. But you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
Here's Gray. Here's Ross. And that's collected by Spencer Hawes.
I'll tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
The kick out to right. Down goes the slam.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high-quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Here is Telfair. 76ers getting the bucket. Three-pointer, Petrus. It's hauled in by Brown.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
Here's Pargo. He passes to right. The three. And the shot is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Man, great second half from long range for this team.
So it's Toronto now, trailing by 13. Gay left side. Stop the run.
Oh, my goodness. Huge play.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Pargo misses.
Yeah, trying to put a little mustard on the hot dog here. That was just convert the shot. Come on.
Lucas kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lucas. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And in he goes for the easy two. Lucas has got 9.
Boy, nice little trend developing here, fellas.
Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Toronto with the ball. The 76ers getting the bucket. He feeds it to Bargnani for Hawes. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Brown's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They're running out of time. Pargo, the pass to Richardson. The pass to Pargo. 6 on the shot clock. Goes straight up. That's good.
Jeremy
Pargo's got 4 points this quarter.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
Lucas up top. He's got 9. Bargnani up top. Gay outside.
Right there. Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
Now, here's Richardson. He's got 8. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
Yeah, I agree. You got to make sure you take your time, but start to be more effective and efficient with each possession. And you got to buckle down defensively.
Kyle Lowry. He's checked in for John Lucas. The 76ers shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Pargo kicks to right. He dishes it to Pargo. He kicks to Hawes. Missed inside. Raptors trail by 11. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Lowry. And the lead is down inside single digits. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Bargnani kicks to DeRozan. Dishes it to Lowry. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession.
Amir Johnson.
Poked loose. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Here's Gay.
76ers.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
He misses the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Defensive foul.
The 76ers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
2 shots.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 10. We'll be back.
96.
Raptors trail by 10. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Jeremy Pargo. Kwame Brown is out there with Spencer Hawes. And it's Terrell Wright. And it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. And that one's good from Peaches.
And this continues to be a shootout.
Well, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth. Man, how about that elevation? Man, some major hops and vertical there.
That's your point guard right there, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Aren't they some of the best athletes in the world playing that position?
Amazing. These guys able to create and dominate.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Passes it to right. Feeds it to Hawes. Pass to Richardson. There's the triple. Gets it to go.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Lowry dishes to Petrus. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two.
Michael Petrus.
That's good from Petrus.
1 for 2.
Some changes for Toronto. Rudy Gay's checked in for Bargnani. DeRozan comes in for Ross. And it's Telfair in for Kyle Lowry. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
You remember the start that the 76ers got off to a year ago, scorching hot. When Spencer Hawes was injured and hurt his Achilles, it really slowed the Sixers down, and they ended up fading really at the end of the year. And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
He showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Bargnani is checked in for Toronto. That free throw good from Brown. And you know, talking about Hawes, always a skilled shooter, he has shown a renewed willingness to go inside and get physical.
Kevin, I like the fact his rebounding numbers have improved. I think he's going to continue to be a very good weapon as a pick-and-pop big man. But that work on the glass, that's going to be critical for him and his team going forward.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Pargo. 6 to shoot. There's the feed to right. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Richardson, no luck.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Pargo. And Hawes kicks to Brown. And that one's good. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
And DeRozan kicks to Telfair. All sorts of time. Nice jump shot. Good. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The dish now to Richardson. Kicks to Pargo. He passes to right. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
That is not a difficult pass. You think they could keep it in bounds.
And the Raptors with some changes. Johnson comes in for Bargnani. And it's Lowry in for Sebastian Telfair. Lowry passes to Johnson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Amir Johnson.
The thing you like about Amir Johnson is just how bouncy he is for a big man. And still very young. Amazing that he's going into his 8th season in the league. Still just 25 years of age.
That one misses.
And guys, of course, Amir Johnson is one of those holdovers from the days of drafting kids right out of high school. I like the fact that he continues to improve. He's adding range to his jump shot. He's getting more consistent at the foul line. He still has an awful lot of untapped potential in his game.
Pargo dishes to Hawes. Brown outside. It's Richardson on the wing. For 3. That's good. Richardson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's his second three-pointer of this half. Looks like he's starting to forget about that poor first half he had.
Back to Gay. Over right. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers leading by 13. He feeds it to Richardson. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
Here's DeRozan. Johnson. Out to DeRozan. The three. They get the rebound. Outside for Lowry. Gay outside. And stolen by Richardson. Leads him in there. Here's Pargo. And the 76ers check down 2 more. Rudy Gay. Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Telford in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Johnson. No good, unable to end this run. The 76ers leading by 17. Pargo kicks to right. The pass to Hawes. Pargo. He dishes it to Richardson. He kicks it to Brown. Straight up. And he lays it straight in.
This is not what they wanted to let happen. They're just getting pounded inside.
Yeah, they are, Steven. I mean, they're just not making life difficult at all for scorers in the paint. I mean, that's an area that you've got to protect with force and aggressiveness, and we haven't seen it.
Toronto on defense. 17-point game. The shot by Holiday, no good. Going back to the D-League, Steve, it really does seem to be a better use of the league for the NBA. Now they can grow young talent a little easier.
I think it makes perfect sense. Sometimes a player might be injured. Maybe he gets a rehab assignment in the D-League.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
And there's an intentional foul, but I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, tough to explain that one. It looks like he just lost his focus. I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Dishes it to Young. Back to Holiday. Gathers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
4th team foul.
Outside Holiday. Feeds to Bynum.
Defensive foul at the line of the 76ers. Andrew Bynum taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Bynum.
Well, there's never been any question about the potential of Andrew Bynum. Got great skills down on the block, can block shots at the defensive end of the floor. The question mark really is his health. He's had to battle knee injuries throughout his career.
He goes up. Gay, that's good. Gay's got 14 points now in the second half.
That shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
Lowry against Holiday. Turner. Passes it to Bynum. Oh, the one-hand jam.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Going back to Bynum, even playing Clark less than full strength, he can really impact the game.
Yeah, an effective shot blocker and post defender, Kevin, with excellent touch inside. And his size helps him be a huge factor at both ends.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lowry from outside, and that one's good.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Holiday with it. Now Valanciunas defending.
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Holiday goes in. Pass to Young. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Young's got 28.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Taken away by Holiday. Bynum, the pass to Young. The feed to Holiday. Makes the lead pass. Here's Bynum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And it's now 22 points for Bynum. Lowry drives in. Kicks it out to Bargnani. Off target from outside. The 76ers leading by 20.
Defensive.
And an intentional foul right there.
I'll tell you what, I like the introduction of the zone defense about a decade ago because it cleaned up the game. It used to be with the illegal defense call that they had, teams would just rely heavily on isolation plays and clearing sides of the floor. The zone means you can't do that as much, so you have to be much more strategic in your approach offensively.
Well, the worry with the zone, Steve, is what you were just talking about, is that it would lead to too much bunkering from teams, but it hasn't really been the case we've seen so far.
No, it hasn't really. It's been used, I think, as it should be. You know, kind of an alternate look, change in strategy. The best teams use it periodically, not as a steady diet. But you mix it in there, and I think you can use it to great effect. You know, last season, I think DeMar DeRozan was disappointing for the Raptors. He had had such a good rookie year. They were expecting great things from him, but he struggled with his shooting, and he turned the ball over at an alarming rate. So he needs to get his game back on track.
Now Turner. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul.
At the line.
That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw shot. And DeMar DeRozan, the 9th pick overall back in the 2009 draft. Certainly some expectations, Clark, with being such a high pick.
Yeah, and I don't think he's disappointed. Always athletic. The goal for him is to continue to grow as a basketball player, to hone in on that athleticism and produce consistently at both ends. And I think he's headed in that direction.
Lowry gets a screen from Bargnani. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Clock at 6. Here's Bargnani. And the layup is good.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Holiday goes in. There's the dish to Bynum. Young outside. Back to Bynum. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You know, you look at the way a point guard develops at a young age, most of them turn the ball over quite a bit. The game is happening so fast, they're trying to figure out what they can or can't do on the floor. But the more experience they get, generally speaking, the better they get at handling the ball.
The 76ers leading by 20. And there's the call on Sebastian Telfair. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw, good, Holiday.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Anderson, he's checked in for Toronto. John Lucas comes in for Sebastian Telfair. And for the Raptors, they're shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Kicks to Ross. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Steve, you speak of that from both a GM and a former guard. You've got certainly a great resume in both those areas. It just takes time to adjust to the speed of the game at the NBA level.
Sometimes these talented point guards are so good, Kevin, that they have to figure out what they can and can't do. They feel like they can do everything, so they come into the league and they kind of just make some mistakes and learn from them, and then eventually settle down and become efficient.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Lucas kicks to Johnson. Back to Lucas. They set the screen to the middle. Turner with the steal. It's Bynum with the drive. He feeds it to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Whoops, there's a 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Raptors ball.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.
Your Raptors 111. The 76ers 133.